Hello Aquarius, welcome to Tarot Predictions, guys. This is going to be a taroscope for you for the full moon in Gemini, but before we start I want to remind you that if you do want a private reading with me, you can purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, or from now on you can follow me up at the Instant Go iOS application, and my details are written here as well at the description of the video. So let's start with the first card that marks up the topic of this full moon period of time for you, and this is going to be the Hierophant. So career wise, guys, it does look like that the things you are about to do into your career really are going to enthrall you. As a matter of fact, these are things which are, let's say, meant for you to do, in a sense that what is going on there, it is completely ordinary and in touch with reality. You are about to realize certain things. Let's say that questions that you do have regarding your career are going to be answered to you either through a therapist or either through someone that has a much more experience than you do. It is a very favorable time as well to acquire a certain skill. But this card shows, guys, that you, as I said, that you will be very happy and very satisfied of the projects you are going to work upon, of the attitude your colleagues as well has for you, and everything will go smooth, everything will go according to the plan. Now this card also shows that the difficulties you may have during these couple of weeks into your career can be solved with going through the already existing ways and patterns of how these kind of similar problems can be resolved. Talking about your relationship, this card, the succession of your relationship these couple of weeks goes through the trust, guys. So you need to have unconditional trust to your partner, as well as your partner will have unconditional trust in you. As a matter of fact, if you question certain things, for example, if you think that your partner is cheating, or if you think that your partner simply doesn't care about the relationship and these kind of stuff, guys, in reality, in general, you don't have trust into them, this couple of weeks period of time is going to prove you wrong, and you're about to find a new meaning of love toward that particular person into the relationship. And it is very likely that you will talk about how far that relationship can go, and then basically that could be a speech for engagement, it could be a speech for marriage as well, or plans to having kids together. The next card, that is going to be the negativity you are about to face, and we have the Five of Wands. And in this case, as a follow-up, this card expresses the shenanigans you are about to face, especially career-wise. You will have to deal with these small difficulties that every kind of project has and every kind of job has, which will be really annoying, but the end goal will kind of be the crest of your aims, and you will have no problems whatsoever to clear out these minor petite difficulties from your path. This card represents a sudden around turns into your career, but they will be very milder, as I said before. And also it represents a sudden surprises, which doesn't have to be bad surprises, but it's just going to deviate you from the path that you are taking here, which is a devotion toward something substantial that really creates pleasure and gives meaning to your job. Into your relationship, that card could point to a small arguments that you may have with your partner, but again, we said if you don't trust them in a certain way without arguments, there is no way you can regain back the trust in them. But here the true danger lies in how aggressive you can be in these arguments, guys. And aggression isn't the way of how you can do things. In general, the matching of ideas, it is how you can recuperate that relationship, or being willing to see the situation from your partner's shoes, if I may place the matter that way. The next card, it is going to be the aims you need to have, and this is the Five of Swords. That very peculiar, is it not? Now into your career, this card, it represents the how can I place it in words? The honesty you may have against the people which are simply not suitable for your activities. So you need to stand in front of them and tell them, you are just slowing me down. I cannot work like that, and you simply need to go. Or you can bring that question, that matter in front of your supervisor or in front of your boss. This card here in that case represents the readiness of your behalf to get rid of the obstacles you do have created by other people at all costs, and at all costs is going to be done. Of course, that kind of maneuvers may win at your behalf some enemies, but life isn't pink, you know, and sometimes we just need to do what we have to do, and this is exactly what I'm talking about here, guys. Now, not for your relationship, but for your career, you need to be also very careful where you're placing your trust. Now, the Hierophant trust does have nothing to do with your career. It only applies to your relationship, guys. So into your relationship, be very careful where you're placing your trust and whom you are having as a friend into your career environment as well. This card could be a purge of a false friends in your circle. Now, for a relationship, this card represents bringing up an old matter which kind of wounded your relationship, and the wound haven't really healed fully, and you have to bring them, you have to go through that pain so you can transcend that relationship into a greater height, so you can regain back the trust of your partner, and your partner can regain back your trust. I mean, you need to admit what was done wrong in the past. You need to admit previous mistakes if you have done some. Your partner needs to do the same thing. You know, you need to reopen back the wound so it can heal fully this time. And how this can happen? Through forgiveness, through acknowledging these mistakes, through realizing that we are people and it is what we do. We do mistakes, but nothing is really that bad not to be forgiven. Only God has the luxury to, you know, to deny forgiveness. We don't. Who are we to judge? So don't be the ultimate judge, guys. You just need to go along with what happened in the past. Past is past, cannot be changed. You just need to glance upon the looming happiness that is coming for you. Now, the next card is going to represent the lesson you need to learn. As we said, you need to go through the pain in order to be successful. This is what the Tower will represent for you here, guys. Yeah, initially, when you initiate that kind of a change, because the Hierophant is a number 5, and that will be changed through stabilizing one's positions, you know, that change can only be forced if you aim to basically bring down certain structures in your life. How can I place it in words? Which basically are built up with no purpose whatsoever. What I like to say here is that you need to realize that you cannot build up a new brothel and use the old ladies in it. You know, when you build something new, you need to use the newness in it. So that being said, guys, you are about to realize this is what the cards is teaching you, either into your career or either into your relationship. To invite something new in your life, you first need to get rid of the noxious activities, noxious structures, and basically unhealthy habits that you do have. And as I said at the start, you may think that you are losing something from oneself, but in reality, at the end, this kind of transformation will have a highly healing effect upon you and upon your soul. And last card, but not least, we do have the energies, and the Strength card is a beautiful card for an energies here in your case, guys. Basically is going to give you the strength to move through that, and is going to boost your convictions of self-righteousness. This doesn't mean that you're going to be blind for the order of the universe or for what is right or what is wrong. Just on the contrary, you will have the high sense of settling upon what is wrong and what is right. Thus, this card is going to allow you to make a very accountable highly accountable decisions toward oneself and toward the others around you. And the good thing is that you don't need to be okay with if the people are accepting them or not. You will know that this is exactly the right thing that needs to be done, guys. In your relationship, this card, these energies are going to boost the passion in between you and your partner and the sexual attraction. And in your career, these energies are going to give you the strength to move through difficulties and to remove difficulties as well. So that was your reading, Aquarius, for the full moon in Gemini, guys. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it, and I hope it is remotely helpful to your situation. And if you do want a personal reading with me, again, you can purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, written here description of the video, or you can follow me at Instant Go iOS application and purchase your reading from there. That being said, people, I wish you the best of luck in the upcoming couple of weeks, and we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.